my Virgo mind because he's a Leo and his.
What's your sign?
Pisces.
He always say, I know how Sagittarius is.
I mean, Pisces are known to be very deep, very emotional.
But it's like, you gotta step out that shit. We Leos.
Think, baby, I'm Aquarius. I started this gangster shit.
It's an Aquarius and a Scorpio. So I say, is it a Sagittarius thing?
Okay, so what is going to happen to Tory Lanez? Well, what do you mean? He was found guilty. That ninja in jail. Yeah, okay. But the question was, what is going to happen? If you've been under a rock, let me just tell you, Tory has definitely hired new lawyers and a motion has been drawn to support an appeal in his guilty verdict. He is due for court in LA on Monday. Now let's get right into it, how this all started. In 2020, Kylie Jenner had a kickback one night, and long story short, Megan Thee Stallion was hurt. It has been reported that her feelings were hurt as well as her foot. No, serious. I mean, allegedly. This all took place in a residential neighborhood in Los Angeles. At the end of all that, Tory was arrested. It took about 2 years for the trial to happen. And during the trial, Meg admitted she lied about a few things, and her ex-bestie admitted she lied about a few things too. Tory never testified. He was found guilty on all charges. So, just to give you the energy going on here, Tory Lanez is a Leo. He is a music artist from Canada, and Megan Thee Stallion is an Aquarius. She's from Texas. She is also a music artist. Tory's real name is Daystar Peterson, and Meg's real name is Megan Pete. Got it? Good. Oh, and her friend is Kelsey Nicole. She's a Virgo. Now, anyways, Leos are the most generous sign in the zodiac, and they don't take themselves or anything else too seriously unless it has to do with love, not sex, love. And yes, of course, this can be a blessing and a curse like anything else. Leos tend to put other people's problems ahead of their own, and they usually are very lucky people with Jupiter in their solar 5th house of romance, taking risks, fun, and children. Leo actually rules the 5th house as well. Besides Sagittarius and Libra, Leo is literally the most lucky sign in the zodiac. And we are going to need just a little bit more than his zodiac sign to even get close enough to predict the weather here. Definitely got to pull the birth chart. Y'all know y'all can get these for free on Cafe Astrology. I used to pull these for a fee, but I started to feel guilty because they're literally free. But anyways, let's pull up Tory. Okay, Sun in Leo, which means his ego is in Leo energy. Moon in Cancer, which means he reacts in a Cancerian energy. Mercury and Venus in Leo energy, which means he thinks and loves like a Leo. Mars in Gemini. Okay, so after looking at this, the first thing that immediately sticks out is that he has a Cancer moon. So even though he is a Leo, he still reacts in a very emotional way, period. So I can tell you right now that his downfall is this is his self-undoing. Cancer energy sits in Leo's 12th house, and the 12th house literally consists of energies that we struggle with. To find out the energies you struggle with, all you got to do is count. With your sign being number 1, and there are 12 sign energies in the zodiac. So actually the sign right before yours is the sign and energies that you will struggle with and struggle to grasp in your life. The 12th is also a very secretive energy. In regards to what may have happened, Tory most likely reacted very emotionally to the situation, and as Leos normally do, he put everyone else's well-being ahead of his own, because as Leos, they feel like they will be okay, and that is up to them, you know what I mean, to protect the people around them. He literally tried his best not to speak on exactly what happened to protect someone. I can guarantee that he is wishing that he would have just spoken his truth. A lot of Leos have to learn that treating people good that treat you like ish is not having a good heart. It's just plain stupid. But his Cancer moon tells me that there is a whole lot going on behind the scenes with this. A whole lot. Now, the planet Mars rules action, motivation, drive, And Tory has Gemini in his energy, which means he is motivated by what he knows, period. He feels like they can take anything away from him, but they can never take away what he knows. So this tells me that he definitely should have testified. What he knows is also a very obvious cause of concern with the threats he said he received from Roc Nation, as well as advising him to shut the F up.
2 days after that, I get a call from Roc Nation that says, yo, we heard you're going to make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement.
Now let's move on to the current planetary energy, which will have the greatest effect on this case. The Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. The Sun is in Aries, so whoever is currently celebrating a birthday has their sun sign, has their sun in their sign. Make sense? Good. Now, with that being said, Aries falls in Taurus' 9th house of the long term, legal matters, new experiences, and wish fulfillment. Well, what is the 9th house? It is the area of life in your birth chart or your natal chart, whatever you want to call it, that has to do with the areas that I just mentioned. Well, what is a birth chart? It is basically the rundown of where the planets all were at when you were born. It tells a person's energy. So with the sun shining the spotlight on Taurus' 9th house, which is legal matters and things like that, this is definitely being spotlighted. And this is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Next, we have Jupiter, the planet of good vibes, good luck, healing, and miracles. Basically anything positive. And that's currently in Aries also, which is in Taurus' 9th house of legal issues and all things long term. This energy lasts until the middle of May. I believe it's May 16th. So this clearly means that up until around the middle of May, he will have great luck in legal areas of his life. Did you hear me clearly? Great luck and supported miracles. So he will definitely benefit from this energy until then. But after that, the luck is gone. And what many people fail to realize is that astrology is all about timing. Period. Point blank. This is not tarot. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely effing love tarot. Period. And I listen to it all the time. I even have my own favorite tarot readers. But astrology is not tarot. Again, astrology is not tarot. One of my good friends actually does tarot, and we have no idea what each other does, literally. She says I read the stars, and I say she read the cards. Anyways, but even after this Jupiter good luck energy moves on, it will move into Taurus' 10th house of public image, career, and recognition. So, he will still have the universe, God, spirit, whoever it is y'all praying to, on his side. Things will be going in Taurus' favor. It is looking like he will beat this case and begin getting the recognition he so deserves in his career. But what the F do I know? Oh, and if you thought I was a psychic, please let me correct you. I am an astrologer. I do not read the future. I only read the planetary energy and how it affects us or how it will affect us. So with that said, I cannot predict the exact outcome of this mess. I cannot tell you if he will be on house arrest, probation, or parole. I cannot tell you exactly how he will get off, but I can tell you that things will definitely go in his favor as long as things are done in time. Time is what messed up things around Christmas during the trial, when he wanted to bring his security guard who went MIA out to testify, and the prosecution said they needed more time. His lawyer should have said, okay, not being able to spend one Christmas with your family is not as important as spending 20 years without him. His attorney should have definitely advised them to take whatever time they needed, and they should have put him on the stand. Tory needed it. But again, he feels like what he knows is all that he needs. But what he forgot is that we don't know what he knows. Nobody knows what he knows. So everybody is going on, everybody, even the jury, of course, was going on how things look. This is simply a character flaw. And we all have them, but just in different areas. Lessons should always be learned and not just experienced. Apply lessons learned to your life. Now, on the flip side of all that, Saturn, the planet of teaching lessons, has also just made a major move into Pisces. It was in Aquarius for about 2.5 years, and that's really long as hell. But it will now be in Pisces for the next 2.5. This means Tory has learned lessons in his relationships with people in the last few years, and he will now be learning lessons in the area of his life that has to do with money. that is either owed to him or money that he owes to other people. And as long as he can keep his feelings out of things and speak facts, he can show the universe that he has learned. Lastly, until June, Pluto, the planet of permanent change, will be in Taurus' 7th house of relationships and open enemies. So his relationships, partnerships, contracts, anything that he agrees to will be transformed permanently. There will be absolutely no going back. There will also be power struggles. So this automatically tells me that Tory will definitely be facing his fears. Now, in regards to his legal situation, this transit is much needed. Whatever he is fearing, by speaking will set him free. Will this be snitching? Well, at this point, if I was Tory, I wouldn't give two F's about snitching because they literally fed him to the wolves. So every man for himself at this point. But of course, you know there are other major factors that must be considered in every astrology reading. And that is the actions that will be taken in regards to time. So all I can say at this point is, let's go. Always remember, nobody is exactly the same, as we all have control over our own individual actions. Astrology should be used as self-help and manifesting what we want. Astrology should not be used for effery, if you know what I mean. Never try to change anyone. Start with self and everything else will fall into place. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like, and share the video. Thanks for watching. And personal readings can be booked on our website at blackastrologyatl.com. And you can also check out our tarot shop. Be sure to follow us on IG at Black Astrology Media. And you can also follow us at Black Astrology for astrology, messages, and tips.
A whole bunch of shit. I turn around, my man goes, sorry. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's tough, da. Sorry is hard. Sorry. That's the hard one. And then as I'm about to go write it, I start walking to the board to go write it. And I stand in front of the board because it don't fit all the way right, but it feels good enough.
That's hard.
Look at my photographer at one point and then he goes, nah, bro, like.
No, I'm not sorry. I'm sorry for what?
What are you sorry for? Like, sorry for what? Sorry for what?
Seriously.
And that's good for me because I'm a Sagittarius moon, honey. Yes, I am very into astrology.